Hello, this video is about our recent stay in Milos. This was part of an island hopping trip around Greece, including Santorini, Milos, Paros, Naxos and finally travelling to Athens. We'll be looking at the Milos highlights on this map, including beaches, towns, historical sites and our fabulous kayaking trip. At the end of the video I'll come back with a few tips about getting around on Milos. We hope you enjoy it.
Hello, we are Dave and Kim, a married couple from North Yorkshire in the UK. We left our jobs to focus on what we love, exploring nature and the globe through hiking, biking and travel. As adventurous walrus, we share videos about places we've been and the experiences we've had to inform and inspire your travels.
Hi, welcome to Milos. We've just arrived here, we came from Santorini on the ferry. We're going to be here for 3 days. We're going to be exploring the island, we're going to be sharing that stuff with you. Behind me you can see Pollonia. It's a lovely fishing village where we're staying, and we've just arrived on the bus from Adamas, it's the main town here. Okay, so we've just picked our tickets up for the ferry. It's 6:30 in the morning and it's just opened. Easy process, had to pay €1 each just to collect them, but there you go. We're now ready to go. Ferry's going at 7:30. This place is pretty easy to find. It's just really pretty much in the middle of the row of offices and restaurants and things at the port. There is somewhere to eat, so we're going to get a coffee there now.
So here we are on the ferry. Boarding was very easy. We've got our own little setup here. All very cosy, all very comfortable.
We only stayed one night in Santorini after arriving from the UK. We were married there in 2019, so it was nice to go back. And as we left in the early morning, we got a great view of the towns along the caldera. The ferry journey was thoroughly enjoyable. We could comfortably relax and we saw a number of different islands along the way. It cost only €16 each for a 5-hour journey, which was about a fifth of the cost of the fast catamaran for the same journey, which just lasted a couple of hours and didn't have the same sort of views. The bus station was only a 5-minute walk from the ferry terminal in Adamantas, and the trip to Pollonia only 15 minutes and €2 each, leaving every 90 minutes or so.
Very nice.
Here's a shot of Pollonia. It's a really lovely place, this lovely beach here, not very big but plenty of room for people, certainly this time of the year. And as we come round, there's some lovely accommodations. The sea is the other side of those accommodations, so it's really a peninsula that you're looking at, and some really nice places out there. There are 1 or 2 restaurants over that way. As you come round, you've got Milos in the background. That's somewhere you can go on a day trip with a ferry that goes from here 5 or 6 times a day. And as we come round, there are some really super restaurants here, just pretty much on the water's edge, as in many Greek places, but very nice restaurants. We've tried a few of those, and there's probably about 15 to 20 restaurants and bars in total in this town, and this one in particular has people out on the beach on the night time, which is quite a nice thing. So really nice small town to holiday in, and pretty popular place on Milos. So this is us in the car on the way to Tsigrado Beach and Firiplaka Beach. We're just going to do some kayaking down there. This is a view out to the north of the island, and in the distance you might just be able to make out the hilltop of Plaka, which is something we're going to be doing either tonight or tomorrow. It's about 9:30. It's a lovely morning, and taking it easy in this hire car which we got from the place next to our apartment.
Tsigrado Beach is famous for the challenging access down the cliff using ropes and ladders. We had decided to see for ourselves.
Is this a photo before I fall?
No.
This is awful, this weather. So here we are in the city at Tsigrado Beach. We made it, a bit hairy, but it just goes to show that if you're careful, you can get down that ladder. It is a bit sportive, as the French say, but yeah, we made it. Just let's hope we can get back up again now.
We didn't let the fact that we were 3 times older than anybody else doing it stop us.
And everybody was very patient.
It's a lovely enclosed bay with crystal clear waters and plenty of interest. The beach isn't large though, and even in late September it was fairly crowded, and we heard that there can be a queue for the ladder at busier times.
Yeah.
Okay, so we made our way back up from Tsigrado Beach. Quite exhilarated really, and we're off now to try out on the beach in Plaka and to do some kayaking. So back soon. So we've arrived at Firiplaka Beach. This is the place where we start our kayaking adventure. Quite a lot of parking, said with the 22nd of September. I imagine this can get quite full. So we're down on Firiplaka Beach, and you can see our kayak guy at the end there. Okay folks, so we are actually on the water. Apologies for the headgear, I forgot my hat, so I've wrapped my shirt around my head because it is really quite hot today in Milos. Okay, this is the other couple. We're about to hit them. Dave, paddle back.
We took this trip with Milos Water Sports, and I've left a link to their website in the description. It cost €55. By contrast, we'd been offered something similar in Santorini for 90. We went mid-afternoon and we were only 2 couples.
So we're just, oh Dave, you need to go right a bit. We're just working out our technique here. Dave's in the back, I'm in the front, so he's following my paddling, but his words to me were, look, you start and I'll join in. I think he's saying go first to record the video because it's going to be funny. So I have to go now because I have to concentrate because we're going through this really small crack in the rock. There he goes, disappears into the cave.
We stopped at a completely deserted beach and walked to one end where there were some hot springs.
Okay, so excuse the life jacket. Stood in the middle of the hot springs, hot in parts, cool in others, fabulous experience. We're about to get back in the kayaks, I think, go round to Tsigrado beach. And then apparently we're going to get some homemade cheese pies and some homemade sweet treats. So I don't know which I'm looking forward to more, the next beach or the homemade treats. See you later. Cheese pie, homemade treat. I had to go through another cave. This sounds a little bit trickier but perfectly doable apparently. We'll see. Great job getting through that. Not really. Look, I'm paddling with my ears.
After a visit to Tsigrado beach, we made our way back to Firiplaka in some beautiful early evening sunshine.
Morning everybody, we're here at Sarakiniko beach. Follow us and we'll have a look at what it's all about.
Although Sarakiniko is labelled as a beach, there's very little sand. It's mainly endlessly fascinating white rock formations which we wandered around for quite a while.
Okay, so we've walked a bit further down. It's probably worth saying that the access here to Sarakiniko is much easier than the access to Tsigrado. There were ladders to climb down or ropes to hang off or areas to risk your life on. We drove here, cars are parked all up the road, it's really easy access, so just thought it's worth letting you know that it's one of the beaches, it's probably the most beautiful but also the most accessible. It really is more like a moonscape than a landscape. That's the first thing that I think hits you when you get here.
There are plenty of places where you can safely access shallow water and also places where you can jump off the cliffs. It became significantly busier between 8:30 and 9:30, and if you want a quieter experience, best to go very early or later in the day would also be good. Whenever you go, Sarakiniko is a must-see when you're in Milos.
This is the parking. We've just driven up to near the catacombs. We're on our way down to the catacombs from the car park. So we've just realised the catacombs closes today at 4:45 or 3, which is an hour earlier than was on the website. So that's something to be aware of. So we're now rushing to find the quickest way to get there. So we're taking the walking entrance down to the catacombs. Quite a lot of steps, so you know, if you're going to come down here, you just need to be comfortable with quite a few steps, and obviously it's got quite a height as well. So this is the entrance to the catacombs. Dave's just buying our tickets now.
Hi, we've just arrived at the catacombs of Milos, and good news is, which we didn't know, the tickets are free today because it's a National Heritage Day.
So when you come to the catacombs, not only do you get the pleasure of the catacombs, but you also have this fantastic view. Okay, so we're just about to go down to the catacombs. I think we can film some bits.
Welcome to catacombs of Milos. You can take photos without glass. Video is not allowed, and please don't touch the photos, okay?
The tour of these catacombs, dating from the 1st to the 5th century, is fairly short, quite interesting, and worth a visit if you're in the area.
This is looking down on Klima, just after we visited the catacombs. And now we're going up the hill, back up the hill to Tripiti, and we're going to take a look at the ancient theatre on the way back.
The ancient theatre dates back around 2,000 years and was used and developed by the Romans, first excavated 200 years ago.
This is the ancient theatre of Milos, very close to the catacombs. And this is the ancient Greek in the ancient theatre of Milos. So we've just walked up the hill from the catacombs of the ancient theatre, absolutely gasping for a drink, and we popped into this restaurant in Tripiti called Sarakiniko. It's just very, very pleasant little place.
So this is Klima, the tiny fishing village which you can see behind me. All these colourful doors. Really, really nice, you know, aesthetically pleasing place. There's a restaurant there, I haven't investigated that yet. Look at all these lovely doorways. I think they're all pretty much sort of B&Bs and places like that, so you can stay here. And here's Kim, she's been trying a few shops. So it's yeah, it's only one shop. Okay, she's been trying the one shop that's here. It's yeah, really attractive place. You have to come down a long road to get here. We've not had any problem parking though, so certainly worth a visit.
Plaka town is also a must-see on Milos. Its narrow, traffic-free streets are very pretty, and there are many restaurants and bars here. It's a great place to wander around in the early part of the evening. Before or after dinner, you can take the 20-minute walk to the castle for sunset, as we did, which provided a beautiful view and a fitting ending to our few days on Milos.
We're here at Plaka Castle, about half an hour before sunset, which is what we're waiting for, along with a few other people.
We hope that you've enjoyed this video. I did say I would give some ideas about getting around Milos. We had a car for a couple of days. It was very cheap and a good way of getting around. But there are some limitations as to where cars can go on account of the state of the roads. So you might want to consider an ATV, especially if you want to get to the areas on the west of the island. Buses are a good option. They're cheap, they're moderately frequent. If you are using the bus, you might want to consider staying in Adamantas because that's where all the buses go from and where they come back to. There are taxis, of course. They're not particularly cheap, but not particularly expensive either. If you've enjoyed this video or found it useful, please do like and subscribe. We would really appreciate it. Milos is a lovely island. It's cheaper and less busy than some of its neighbours, and there's plenty to do for 3 or 4 days, even a week at the outside. We would highly recommend it if you're considering visiting. Thanks very much for watching.